with the magic mic.
Yes.
I like that a lot.
Yes. Ah. How are you?
I'm feeling pretty good.
I haven't seen you since last year.
I know.
How was your year? You okay?
It's all right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm supposed to introduce this guy, but I know this guy is a diverse character. So, I'm Tom Wilson, singer-songwriter. No, I'm Tom Wilson, leader of this band called Lee Harvey Osmond. No, I'm Tom Wilson. I'm in this band called Blackie and the Rodeo Kings. No, I'm Tom Wilson. I write books. No, I'm Tom Wilson. I paint paintings, and people buy paintings and hang them up on their walls. No, I'm Tom Wilson. I just tell stories, get up on stage, and I used to have a set list, but I don't have a set list anymore because it's art. And I'm here on this great stage tonight, and I want to play for you. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Tom Wilson.
Yeah, Jesse, thank you. Yeah, go ahead. Well, thank you, ladies and gentlemen, and thanks for hanging out after the rain. And thank you to Magoo for that confusing introduction. Lovable, but confusing. Which is kind of what I've always found love was about. I was always confused about it. Till I turned around 56 and started to come together. When I was 18 years old, I wrote a song, got picked up by a publishing company that said it was going to be on a George Thorogood record. George Thorogood was his kind of frisky guitar slinger back in the 80s. I guess he's still around, I'm not sure. It was promised that this song was going to change George Thorogood's career. Instead of him recording this song that I wrote for him when I was 18, he ended up writing all his own songs for that record. It was called Bad to the Bone. Since then, I've never bought a George Thorogood record or even thought about George Thorogood, but the trip of selling that song to his publishing company took me to L.A. at the age of 18. I went there to take on the world. I ended up living off chili dogs and selling hash to tourists on Hollywood Boulevard. So here's a little story about that. Johnny Lee's Looking for Love was playing up and down Hollywood Boulevard, day and night, through every speaker and out in front of every storefront, from the transistor radios and boom boxes held by the lost souls wandering through time and space in L.A. The song was my soundtrack to failure. It was a huge hit, and a nail that was driven into my ear every morning as I walked up Orchid Avenue. Turned the corner towards the Howard Johnson's for breakfast. Breakfast was mostly coffee and toast and peanut butter. It wasn't that I couldn't make that at home. It was just that I needed to get out of the apartment to feel alive. And there was nothing more feeling alive than being surrounded by death. The Walking Dead. I was one step away from being eaten by the zombies in this town, having to walk for all eternity over the sidewalks and the stars and the cigarette butts. I was living, or rather staying on a couch on a living room off Hollywood Boulevard for a short time in 1979. My friend Bruce Cameron had an apartment a block up from Groman's Chinese Theater on the corner of Orchid and Franklin. Hollywood's famous Magic Castle, the most unusual private club in the world in one direction, and the wilderness of red carpets in the other. The world of people who didn't quite make it. And there was lots of ghosts, lots of tired old spirits there too. I knew that Jim Morrison was somewhere around there, probably roaming the parking lots with Bobby Fuller and Sal Mineo, maybe Graham Parsons. The place stung of people dying to be stars, and others dying as stars, burning out and falling ungraciously from the untold ground. It was crazy town, baby, a neon morgue. And the modern tourist traps hadn't swooped in to clean up and take out the dead, so There were still stains on the bed sheet, so to speak. I lived off chili dogs, and I, in fact, did sell hash to tourists on Hollywood Boulevard at night. I'd drink wine and watch the lowriders show off in the streets with the bare people, except for the local losers. Porn, drugs, and fights played out under the giant billboards of Olivia Newton-John and her new movie, Xanadu. It was fantasy-added strangers sitting at the top of a peak of the crookedest mountain of candy at the foot of a valley full of shit overlay. I lay there and I was wishing that I could fly off that couch, through the ceiling, over the mountains, and into the deep blues, straight north to Ontario. All I needed was a set of wings, 4 wheels, for me to take that Blue Moon drive. Every stranger has a home, like a ghost in passing chrome. Ran once, but I ran too slow, so right back the suitcase go. Lay your big beat down, hang your sins on a thorny crown. Yeah, yeah, dead or alive, every night we take that Blue Moon drive. Saw an angel on the side of the road, so keep your faith and toe the load. The road is long, but the coast is far. It's hanging under the western star. Lay your sickness down, hang your sins on a thorny crown. Yeah, yeah, dead or alive, every night we take that Blue Moon drive. Yeah, yeah, dead or alive, every night we take that Blue Moon drive. Hey Jim, where's your ride? Where'd you finally running high? Your motels and your girls alone. The night is long and the storm is cold. Lay your sickness down, hang your sins on a thorny crown. Yeah, yeah, dead or alive, every night we take that Blue Moon drive. Yeah, yeah, dead or alive, every night we take that Blue Moon drive. Yeah, yeah, dead or alive, every night we take that Blue Moon drive. 16, she quit high school to make a fortune in the promised land. She got a job behind the counter of an all-night hamburger stand. She rode faithfully home to Mama. Well, Mama, don't you worry none. For small things, Mama, big things one day come. It was late one Friday. She pulled in out of the dark. He was tall and handsome, but she took his heart and then she took his wallet. They bought a house up on the hillside where little feet once will run. For small things, Mama, big things one day come. Well, he loved the sweetie. It's sad, but it's true. When your heart is beating, you don't want to hear the news. She packed a bag, went to Wyoming, country real estate man. She rode down to Tampa in an Eldorado Grand. She rode back, dear Mama, life is just heaven in the sun. Small things, Mama, big things one day come. All right, well, she shot him dead on a sunny Florida road. When they called her, all she said was she couldn't stand the way he drove. That poor lonesome Tommy waits for his baby to come. He waits high on the hillside where the Wyoming rivers run. At her feet and almost grown is a daughter and a handsome son. The small things, Mama, big things one day come. The small things, Mama, big things one day come. The small things, Mama, big things one day come. Thank you. This is Jesse O'Brien. He's playing the piano. He's a really nice guy. He dresses really well. He looks fantastically young. He is actually 73 years old. Still looking good, and fantastic shirt tonight, Jesse. So. I bought this jacket in Nashville 2 weeks ago, and then I lived in it for 26 hours because I was trapped in the Atlanta airport. But I have to tell you, I can't really tell you about my trip in the Atlanta airport. It's a travel story, and if you haven't learned yet, nobody wants to hear your travel stories, ever. You probably, in case you haven't noticed, and I'll point this out, when you do tell a travel story to a relative or a friend or even a stranger, just stare into their eyes and watch the life drain out of them as you're telling them the story. So I'm not going to tell you the travel story. I will tell you that we haven't been on stage for a long time, and we don't know what the hell we're doing. So as I've said before, you're getting the very best in semi-professional entertainment that you will probably ever see. So we're going to knock off a couple songs here. I'm going to do a little bit of reading from my book. Probably going to do a bunch of talking like this. And do you feel like doing Death Row Love Affair with us? Okay, good. Good. We're just trying stuff out. Let's have a nice hand, would you please? The leader, the King of Leahy. Can we call you the King of Leahy? Okay, good. If Leahy was a kingdom, you would be it. This is a song from I did write this book. I did this show last year for Bill because I love him so much, and I don't want to repeat the same show because I haven't really played since last year. So I only remember the show from last year vaguely, and I don't want to repeat it. So I'm not gonna introduce the book because you're probably here when I introduced the book last year. I'm writing a second book, and next year I'll be able to introduce that book when I come. But the book has been turned into a play, which launches in November 22. And this is a song that I've written for the play called Death Row Love Affair. What key is it in? Key of A. Key of A. Finely tuned instruments we are. Yeah, go. Oh, sister, are you laughing? Your skin popping joy and freedom. You're an angel flying high above the skyline, and I'm a red-eye going home. Who's kidding who about where I'll go? Some speed away, some are going down slow. Ooh, I'm going nowhere. Down in this death row love affair. Oh, the tender silence, the desperation and desire, the hearts that break down doors and set this house on fire as we let it all burn down. Who's kidding who about where I'll go? Some speed away, some are going down slow. Ooh, I'm going nowhere. Down in this death row love affair. Ooh. Time just keeps me wandering from door to door and back again. Who's kidding who about where I'll go? Some speed away, some are going down slow. Ooh, I'm going nowhere. Down in this death row love affair. Ooh. Oh, breaking my heart. Good God. Wow. that was fantastic. I was up here. I heard it. I'm not taking, by the way, I'm taking no credit or responsibility for what just happened musically on the stage. Way to go. That was great. Now I'm going to fuck it all up by playing guitar. So, okay, well, I think you should probably stay playing with us. It's just about the best. Okay. We're going to do this little number. I put a little, I have a musical act going with this wonderful Cree woman named Iskway. Do you know of her at all? Yeah. Okay, good. Well, I love Iskway too. And you know what? She probably loves you. So it's all going around. So Iskway and I, we've released some songs and we're out doing some shows. In fact, we're going to be playing a drive-in show down in Prince Edward County next Saturday. If you're from there. Okay. You might be from there, you just don't want to admit it, I guess. I don't know. So we're going to try and groove it up a little bit here. What's the song called? It's called Coal Mine. I can hear her calling from down in this hole. As the day grows old and the nights get cold, I don't need no sun, I don't need no pain. I've been standing in the yard in the pouring rain. Oh my baby, oh my, this ain't no holy road. There's no salvation and I'm digging low, digging in this coal mine looking for gold. My baby, come and save my soul. Digging in this coal mine looking for gold. Digging in this coal mine, ooh. No escape from love when you're covered in scars. A foot in the gutter and a mile from hell. Digging this hole from the day I fell. My baby, oh my, this ain't no holy road. Stone salvation and I'm digging low, digging in this coal mine looking for gold. My baby, come and save my soul. Digging in this coal mine looking for gold. Digging in this coal mine, one man walk far from his home. But I'm a man who's lost everywhere I go, yeah. My baby, oh my, this ain't no holy road. Stone salvation, and I'm digging low, digging in this coal mine, looking for gold. My baby, come and save my soul. Digging in this coal mine, looking for gold. Digging in this coal mine, looking for gold. Digging in this coal mine, ooh. Thank you. All right. I have to admit, we're just learning that one, okay? So, like I said, semi-professional. Some moments in this show, you're going to be astonished and jaw-dropped, and you can say, wow, I've never seen anything like that before. And other moments in the show, you're going to cringe and bow your heads in pain and say, wow, I've never seen anything like that before. Basically, the same reaction to when we're fantastic and when we're crap. When I was 18 years old, I was out playing folk clubs, and I was playing. The folkies all hated me, and they kind of still do. But the guys that they gave me a chance to play music. They saw me as a young kid, and me and another guy named Fred Eaglesmith, and they actually saw that. The desire that we had to communicate with people and that we were just trying to figure it out. And the folkies that gave us a chance were actually our idols, were people like David Whiffen and Stan Rogers and Willie P. Bennett. And I thank them to this day. I was doing a folk club in Hamilton called the Night 2, and I got picked up by a taxi driver, a woman taxi driver in Hamilton, which was rare, especially a nighttime taxi driver in Hamilton, because Hamilton was like rough as hell in the 70s. It's kind of, a little bit rough now, but in the 70s it was quite crazy. And anyways, I'm telling you the story about an affair I had with an older woman. I was 18 and she was 38. And it was fantastic. So we're going to try this one out. I wrote this for her. Well, I didn't really write it for her. I just wanted to have a song I could tell that story to. This is called Firecracker, and it's nice and light. It's mostly me, guys. We were flying at the speed of a dream, in a parked car with love served on a spoon. You're in the front seat, leaving footprints on the dashboard. We were young with nothing to lose. You firecracker, firecracker, you. Everything we ever thought we wanted goes rolling down the windshields of the rain. That was you, girl, and that's how the night moves. That was me, lighting up your fuse. You firecracker, firecracker, you. Ooh. Let's do a verse. Now everything we ever thought we wanted goes rolling down the windshield with the rain. That was you, girl. That's how the night moved. That was me, lighting up your fuse. You firecracker, you. Ooh. Rehearsing was never a thing for us, but tonight, all right, I'm having mostly a show with my band tonight, but that's okay. I hope you guys are just really enjoying yourself. It's so important. This book that I wrote, the next book that I'm writing, the play that's coming from this book, and the film that is currently being made about this book is all about my statement about identity. Because without identity, something that most of us, a lot of us anyways, take for granted, without identity, you got nothing to offer the world. So many kids grow up adopted, not knowing their parents, not knowing their roots. I was lucky enough to find out, I'm 62, managed to find out at the age of 56 that I was adopted, and that I was raised in an Irish household by an older couple, way too old to have had kids at that time. They turned out to be my great aunt and uncle. George Wilson was a tail gunner in a Lancaster bomber in the Second World War. That was known, of course, as the suicide seat in the Second World War, but most of the young men, boys that sat there at the back of those planes in the darkness, they didn't make it home. But George Wilson did make it home. He made it home with a massive head injury. He was totally blind. And his life was pretty well ruined, but he had enough heart to be able to let a kid into his home. He didn't have any kids of his own, but he brought me in, and he, you know what? The one thing you can give a kid is a fighting chance, and they gave me a fighting chance. And even though I ended up being a little bit of a rascal over the years, you know, I've come to love them even more now at 62 than I did as a kid. Growing up in an Irish household, thinking I was an Irish guy, and then at the age of 56, I found out that both my parents were Mohawks from Ganawage. In fact, I've told you this before, if you were here last year, the woman who is the matriarch of our family, Janie, Cousin Janie, she's known as my cousin. Cousin Janie was always at my hockey games. She was there when I graduated from grade school, when I had a show at Massey Hall. She was there. Always the great moments in my life. Cousin Janie was there, and I was never suspect. She's the woman that sits at the head of the table for Christmas and Thanksgiving and all the kids' birthdays. And I'm driving her home after my grandson's birthday, and I said to Janie, I said, I found out recently that Mom and Dad weren't really my mom and dad. If you ever remember anything or you can tell me anything, please do. And she turned to me in that moment and said, Tom, I'm sorry, I don't know how to tell you this, and I hope you forgive me, but I'm your mother. So that ignited me that lit my fuse. So now my work is to honor the Mohawk culture in every way that I can. And I can't be a Mohawk like my brothers and my sisters. I have 6 brothers and sisters. My brothers are iron workers. My brothers could put me in a headlock and beat the shit out of me, man. They're younger than me. They're stronger than me. During the Oka crisis, when I was at home in Hamilton, not knowing about my identity, not knowing that I was a Mohawk, my blood was boiling as I watched the Canadian Army take on Ganawake. I was sitting there listening to it on CBC, opening up the Globe and Mail, reading about it, listening to it on the radio, and my brothers were back in Ganawake, sitting at their kitchen tables, filling out their wills, and going into the woods to fight a war that they didn't think they were coming home from. So the only way that I can feel my culture is by honoring it through my work, through whatever art I create, through my visual art, through my music, and through the next book I write, the play that is coming out, the movie that's happening. It's all about identity. And just to put a cherry on top of the whole thing, I've started a Indigenous scholarship in honor of Bunny Wilson, the woman who raised me. Indigenous scholarship for kids that deserve higher education and can't afford it. And it's happening at McMaster University. I'm plan on raising $150,000 by January 26th. And we're doing okay. I have to tell you, we're making some money. It's a pretty important time to be giving out your heart, whatever kind of charitable nature you have, to Indigenous issues. I brought some of my artwork, which is actually in the dark over there, but it's really great. And anything I sell from these paddles that I've painted and this metal arrow that I painted, I'm giving half the money to my own charity. During this time of becoming of understanding who I am, I ended up going to work to act as a land defender on the Six Nations for the Grand River, and I ended up getting arrested. I just have to find something in my book here, folks. As I said, I haven't done this for a while, so this is okay. I think I found it. No. Let me see. Okay, that's no good. So I got arrested, and the first call I got, it was on the national news that I got arrested for bringing food and for going out and singing a couple songs for the land defenders at 1492 Landback Lane. And the first call I got was from my sister after I got arrested. And she says, "So, you really are one of us." Give me an A. And I just wrote this song, so forgive me for having to use this lyric sheet. Ooh, this trouble coming at us, a broken promise from the tower, but we don't stand for the flags and emblems. We're just claiming what's still ours. Yeah, there's trouble all around us. Police are on attack. But when we get on the Grand River, oh, mama, we won't give it all back. Sit down, sinner, you've got no claim. And we will always rise above your laws and our mother's holy name. Yeah, there's trouble all around us. Police are on attack. But when we get on the Grand River, oh, mama, we won't look back. Weary angels, bathed in sorrow, how our tears all taste the same on the banks of the muddy river, for a moment free of pain. Yeah, there's trouble all around us. Police are on attack. When we get on the Grand River, oh, mama, we won't look back. When we get on the Grand River, oh, mama, we won't look back. Thank you. I put the keys on the dashboard as you walk out of sight. And I just sit there dreaming inside each passing light. Now every night as the sun goes down, the memory drags my heart around. Every night as the sun goes down, oh, mama, shine on me, 'cause it's so dark and I can't see. Set me free, so just give me some light, see in me. Whoa, give me some light, set me free. I'm no angel, but baby, I'm lost at sea. Just a poor, poor boy in a rusted LTD. Every night as the sun goes down, the memory drags my heart around. Every night as the sun goes down, just give me some light. In me. Whoa, give me some light. Ease my pain. I'm standing under your street light, staring at the stars. You took all my diamonds and left me with the scar. Oh, mama, shine on me, 'cause it's so dark and I can't see. The night is hunger, it's old refrain. So just give me some light to ease my pain. Yeah, yeah, give me some light to ease my pain. Whoa, give me some light to ease my pain. All right. We got 10 minutes. We got 10 minutes. What's that Iron Butterfly song? That's, yeah. Figured you'd know it. Someone out here I knew experimented with a lot of LSD, and you have revealed yourself to us. Well, I really have to, we all have to thank Bill Hughes for us being here because, well, for one thing, he's a fantastic guy, fantastic human being, a generous soul, and also he probably keeps most of us alive, so, you know. You can't say anything bad about a guy that keeps you alive, can you? Just don't fuck it up, Bill. That's so true. Yeah, I think that we should, you know, this is, you don't mind me keeping things just a little bit slow for you for a minute, do you? Yeah, you okay with that? My son wrote this song when he was 16 years old. He said to me, he said, "Dad, how come it is that that all the people that have an opportunity to vote for men mostly who have money in their pockets instead of love in their hearts?" I thought that was still is one of the smartest things that I've ever heard. So he wrote this song, and I thought, man, this song is so good, I better get a piece of it. So I jumped in and I wrote the back end of it. It's in the key of D, and it's called Big Chief. And we can just, I'm going to start it off nice and easy, and we're going to ease our way in. And thank you for coming to our rehearsal tonight. I'll go through it. Can you hear me calling for my one true love? Praying to the sky and the heavens above. I'm a big chief climbing on a mountain. I see the war. I see the war in the sky up top. I see the war and I wanted to stop. Now there's a spirit in the river and a spirit in the tree. A price on my head that brings them after me. I'm a wanted man born of the water and the wood. I'm a big chief trying to do some good, but I'll be hung before I'm understood. And I wanna dance through the flowers and on the grass. Yes, I'm gonna dance away the war with you. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna dance this war away. Oh, the night keeps falling and the wagons come. 3,000 miles with no place to run. From Ganawake to Wounded Knee. I can't believe what they've done to me, what they've done to my children and me. And I wanna dance through the flowers and on the grass. Yes, I'm gonna dance away the war with you. Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna dance this war away. Now there's a spirit in the land, but it's hard to find. There's walls and bridges in long gray line. The shadows stretch across a world I knew. As all hope died. Oh, baby, I think of you and all the things that we used to do. And I wanna dance through the flowers on the grass. Yes, I'm gonna dance away the war with you. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna dance this war away. I'm not very laid back, but I'm going to really try on this one, just for the band. There's more chat between the band. I know you found that completely interesting. Listen, we're going to leave now after this song. Once again, I'd like to thank Bill Hughes, Dr. Bill Hughes, for bringing us here today. And, I've been watching my diet, trying to. I mean, before COVID, I was supposed to be presenting an award on the Juno Awards, and I was in Nashville eating fried chicken and ribs and brisket, and I was afraid. It was like, I felt like, oh God, Bill's going to find out about me eating like this. And I came home and I lost 20 pounds before the Juno Awards, and then they got canceled, and so I started eating. So I put on 30 pounds since COVID. And then I came to my cardiologist's festival, and he fed me brisket. What the hell? But, and I had 2 portions. You're supposed to, right, Bill? I mean, if your cardiologist is feeding you brisket, you should have more than 1 portion. That's what I understand. Anyway. So, Thanks for that. And this is a song that I wrote. You'll be very pleased. You've never played a Billy Ray Cyrus song, but I wrote this song, and Billy Ray Cyrus recorded it. So this is, now you're playing a Billy Ray Cyrus song. I know, it took a long time. You've been waiting a long time to play a Billy Ray Cyrus song. So I wrote this song, and Billy Ray Cyrus did record it, and I didn't think he was anything except like a guy with a hockey haircut and a cute ass. Not that I was looking at his ass, but you know, I kind of just, you know, brushed him aside. They said, "Hey, Billy Ray Cyrus is recording your song." I thought, "Yeah, so what?" Anyways, the night he's in Toronto and he's recording this song for his album, and they said, "Hey, man, you know, Billy Ray's saying, why don't you come down, you know, watch the song be recorded?" And I was at home watching the Leafs lose, and I thought, yeah, I'll just, you know, send it to me when it's done. And about a month later, they sent me the record, and Billy's got game, man. Billy Ray Cyrus nailed the song to the wall and taught me a great lesson, because if somebody sells 20 million records, they got to be doing something right. So now my prejudice about, you know, about people who sell a lot of records, I'm way over that. I'm way too old for that crap. Billy Ray Cyrus kind of kicks ass. This is called "When I Leave This House, I Ain't Coming Back." Just like Cain and Abel, I let the devil come around. Now I'm the king of the garden, with a snake for a crown. When the Lord points his finger, baby, I'm going down. Well, I'm no hell's angel, but I like to pretend I'm the king of the garden, on the prairie wind, with a black leather soul. I'm gonna ride to the end, and when I leave this house, I ain't coming back. Leave this house, I ain't coming back. Tie my sins to the railway track, caught my niche with chicken scratch. The Garden of Eden, and I'm moving back. When I leave this house, I ain't coming back. Well, hey now, mama, don't let your milk dry. I'm a hungry child with an empty car. You can't feed that baby when you're all shook up. And when I leave this house, I ain't coming back. Leave this house, I ain't coming back. Tie my seats to the railway track, caught my niche with chicken scratch. The Garden of Eden, and no coming back. When I leave this house, I ain't coming back. Just like Cain and Abel, I let the devil come around. Now I'm the king of the garden, with a snake for a crown. When the Lord points his finger, baby, I'm going down. Baby, I'm going down. Baby, I'm going down. Baby, I'm going down. 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 Oh, down. So down. Oh, where you come, my baby? Where you come, my honey? Where you come, my baby? Where you come, my girl? When I leave this house, I ain't coming back. When I leave this house, I ain't coming back. Leaving this house, I ain't coming back. Tie my sins to the railway track. Got my knees weak, sugar scratch. Got enough eating and room in my back. When I leave this house, I ain't coming back. When I leave this house, I ain't coming back. Leave this house, I ain't coming back. Tie my sins to the railway track. Got my knees weak, chicken scratch. Got enough eating and room in my back. When I leave this house, I ain't coming back. Thank you very much, folks. Thank you to my beautiful band, and have a wonderful evening. And once again, thank you, Bill. Thanks for bringing us all together. We need this.
We need this.
Oh, my God, you look fantastic.
Hey, well, it's Friday night. It's rock and roll.
Friday night.
Mr. Tom Wilson and his fabulous band. Thanks, Tom.
Thank you.
We'll just strike the set, get things turned around, and Sam and Ryan and their great band will be joining you shortly.